With a name as ubiquitous as 7-Eleven, you can be forgiven for assuming that it's all one big company. It's an understandable mistake. True, they all fall under one corporate blanket. There is a central company that collects the profits in exchange for letting others take advantage of their trademarked image, large-scale advertising, and instant recognition. So, while corporate may take the profits, the stores are franchised, and even the franchises are under the blankets of a number of sub-companies, all of which technically all have the right to call themselves 7-Eleven, too. In general, it's probably not an important distinction. There are rules to ensure standard pricing and participation in large marketing campaigns, which stores have to comply with. It's a part of the deal that makes they use the brand. However, different store groups do have some differences. They'll get stock in from local different regional suppliers, follow certain local codes and customs, and they're generally beholden to the subdivision of 7-Eleven their franchise license comes from. To an avid connoisseur of specialty goods, identifying which 7-Eleven is which can be very serious business, as there are some special offers indeed when you know where to look. The stores the most discerning customers seek out are those owned by former members of the J.D. Sterling's convenience chain. The company started out as a group of loosely affiliated merchants managing a general stores in the American Northwest, and gradually grew into a proper company, before becoming a part of the 7-Eleven brand in 1949, only 3 years after the chain's rebranding to that name. Even as a part of an international chain, however, the Sterlings have maintained their commitment to getting certain hard-to-find items into the hands of those who truly want them. Their specialty is maintained at an affordable price that some would say does not reflect the true value of the ingredients that go into it, even after all this time. However, it is an item that discerning travelers should endeavor not to miss. First, though, you must know where to look. For the most part, the Sterlings still operate out of the northwestern United States. However, with modern advancements, they've been able to branch out more and more, and you may be lucky enough to find one of their locations further abroad. They operate exclusively out of smaller, economically disadvantaged cities, a callback to their days tending to the disadvantaged pioneers of the American frontier. In a city with several locations, the Sterling store will be in the poorer part of town, near where it meets the more prosperous sections. Sterling locations have a slightly more old-fashioned style than others, and are usually corner locations. The store is kept quiet, and the workers are instructed to be especially polite. Once you've found one of these special stores, wait until after midnight. Come in when the graveyard shift is underway, and pick out a few odds and ends. Whatever you think you'll need. It's important not to seem too interested in the special. They don't like to have too much attention drawn to it. It's only really meant for special customers. Just take your time and finally come out of the counter when you're ready and good. There should be a box of dried meat at the register. The one at the register that's closed is your goal, usually sold 2 for $1. If it's not there, or both registers are open, just pay for what you have and come back for another night. If it's there, then you're good. Take a few, but not too many. Just politely deflect if the clerk offers a reason to take from the other bin. This is what you want. But again, it's important not to make it seem like anything special. Once you've paid and leave the store, you'll be free to enjoy the meat at your leisure. It's guaranteed to be some of the richest, most flavorful meats you've ever tried. The taste is complex and refined, with a subtle, exotic spice that teases the palate. Just remember a few handy rules. 1. Don't be a glutton. Try not to eat too much at a time. 2. Don't be rude. Refrain from asking about their source. And 3. Don't be a liar. Never swear you weren't a cannibal on any holy book. I suspect that many people would be jumping for joy if the recent subscribers of the channel to remember Kefke Wren's classic 7-Eleven Special Creepypasta. And what can I really say that hasn't been said about it already? I would say it's quite the famous, I suppose it's a bit of a ritual pasta in some ways. It's very, very specific actions and locations you have to take. Maybe perhaps a theory pasta, but This one is particularly nostalgic to me because I believe even on the upload channel for Subordinary Gamers, there's still quite a bit of like buzz and fanfare to it, which is always nice to see. It reminds me a lot of that one creepy Gmod 7-Eleven map. You know, we don't have a lot of 7-Elevens up here in Canada, so my image of 7-Eleven's kind of been warped by just weird tales of creepy things happening, and this story did kind of color my perception. Obviously not in a way that made me assume that something was off or they were selling human people, you know, like human meat. But it's always fun to think about. I do like the little subtle world building. This company specifically puts itself in like the poorer parts of, I guess, New England in America, just so you can pick off the homeless or people who wouldn't really be missed if they go missing. And you kind of have to be in the know to get this really special product, because they don't really want to talk about it, because they know what's going on. You might know what's going on, but you want to keep it on the down low. I was looking quite a bit for something a bit more obscure to read, but I couldn't find it, to be honest. I had to go back to the classics, you know, after way too long of not uploading on this channel. I'm so sorry about that. Life has just kind of gotten the better of me for a while, but if you have any recommendations for creepypastas, please leave them down below, and I will definitely consider reading them. And until then, have a lovely rest of your day.